Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Mike, your physical therapist, and today we're going to be talking about how to start your Pearson contracting business with Dr. Leo. We'll be back in a few seconds, okay?
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. If you're watching live, comment live. Watching on a replay, comment replay. Well, anyway, check out HelloNote, HelloNote.com. If you need documentation system, use them. Use the code Mike Chua. I get some brownie points, but check them out, okay? Speaking of that, we had a HelloNote 2.0 launch last weekend. Very successful. We got a lot of people attending that class. But before I keep on going, I would like to show this thing. Well, I guess it's not focusing, but let me just show this real thing with you guys. And it's also showing up here. Well, there you go. Never mind. But it says here, the most powerful thing you can be is yourself. A lot of people, sends me message, asking me, hey, how can I be like you? How to be you? And blah, blah, blah. But I said, you cannot be me, ladies and gentlemen, because I want to be me, but only you can be you. Only you can share your story. If you're a therapist, a nurse, or a physician, and if you want to be successful, only you can be successful yourself. And only you can share your story. My story is different from your story. So nobody can be me, right? But only you can be you. So the most powerful thing you can be is to be yourself. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, check out Hello Note. Oh, Hello Note. My next spiel is MedBridge, medbridgeeducation.com. Use the code alternative. You get 40% discount, the big 40, right? 40% if you use the code alternative. We get, special bonuses there too. But without further ado, I would like to bring in our special guest for today. Again, if you're watching live, watching on a replay, comment replay. I met this amazing gentleman at, of course, the HelloNote Launch Summit, and of course, hosted by Next Level OTs. And this gentleman is also a Filipino. His name is Leo Fernandez. He went there. So I said, this guy has a crazy accent like me. And I said, I need to talk to this guy. And then lo and behold, his wife we used to go to the same school and center back home in the Philippines. And like, what a small world. And I talked to him, what do you do, Dr. Leo? He said, oh, I have like contracting business. I do contracting business in the prison and everything. And now he's opening up his own private practice also where he's at. And I said, hey, why don't you come over and let's talk about what you really do? So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in Dr. Leo Fernandez. Dr. Leo, where are you at? There you are. What's up, man?
Hey,
How's
Dr.
everything?
Mike. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and it was actually nice meeting you in person at the Next Level OT and Hello Note Launch 2.0 in New York. I'd been open about it that I'd been your silent follower since you started, and that's what inspired me to start my own practice. I have a mobile therapy practice here in Delaware. And at the same time, I have a contract with the correctional institution here in Delaware.
Wow. Well, first of all, it's my pleasure, man, to finally meet Dr. Leo Fernandez. And then, of course, so for those people who don't know, he also came from the Philippines and migrated and did all this crazy stuff. And I'm just really amazed at how immigrants like us can come in with like $50, $100 in their pocket, and then go and do this. And Leo, could you please tell us your story? You came in here what year, and then in how many years? Tell me. I mean, I don't know if you're comfortable to share how many years didn't see your family, and just sacrificing and moving on forward and finding this dream, man. Could you please?
Oh, absolutely.
I want people to know that
Yes,
how difficult it is to move to another country, rest alone you can't even see your family. So
correct. So I came here in the States in 2009, and I was on a visitor's visa because in 2002 we got a visitor's visa from our previous work. And in the Philippines, it's very difficult to get a visitor's visa to the United States. And in 2009, I took the licensure exam for physical therapy, and luckily I passed the exam. So then I started working here from a visitor's visa. My visa was converted to a working visa. So I have my family. I was just starting my family, and it took me, let's see, about 10 years to get my family here. So with all the immigration stuff and legalities of bringing in your family, it took 9 years for me to get my family here. And my kids are in high school, and you know, it's that time that lost, I guess, because I wasn't able to be with them. But then again, from coming from a third world country, you come here to work for your family.
it's hard, man. I understand. We're called overseas foreign workers, and I feel you, man. I took me a year. I
Mhm.
mean, yours is almost 10 years. That is probably hard. Your kids probably didn't recognize you and something, but it's a sacrifice we have to make, man. Right?
Mhm.
It's a sacrifice
Absolutely.
that we need to make. And a lot of people are complaining about life. Oh, this and there and this and that. And sometimes I'm like surprised, like, gosh, you are here with your family. We're not even, I'm not even a citizen yet, Leo. And are you, I don't know what your citizen, your status is, but we have so much opportunities here in the States, even thinking of it that, hey, I think we can do this. And now you're rocking it. I know you're with your family now. See, you're happy with your wife and your kids. And you were bragging on your kid, hey, look at this, my son, my kid is, they're fishing in the boat and this stuff like that. Could you please tell us your journey now? I mean, I know you have this person contracting business, and now I know you're in their clinic, painting and everything, still doing hard work. So tell
Correct.
us how you started this person contracting business, and how you transitioned this. Hey, I'm doing the contracting business. Now I'm opening up my private practice, and we're doing this not just for ourselves, right? We're doing this for a bigger purpose.
Mhm.
We're doing
Correct.
this for our community. Of course, we're doing this for our family. And some people don't realize this. We're not doing this for ourselves. I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing this for my family, doing this for the community, because we have this bigger purpose of serving and being amazing. So could you please tell us that journey, man?
Okay. So I started here working for hospitals, skilled nursing homes, and when I got my green card, that's how it opened up all the opportunities of working with all the other different settings. And I will tell you, if these facilities and companies can work you 7 days a week, they will, because they need physical therapy very badly because of the aging population. But when my family got here, I realized that I have to take action because we're not getting any younger. So, in other words, you have to think and try to do something that's really worth it. I mean, I won't say that my time being employed wasn't worth it. It was actually the vehicle that inspired me to establish my own practice. I should have done this, and I know I told you during the seminar that I should have started this when Mike Chua was starting. But then again, there's always that hindrance because we're always used to working for someone, and in 2 weeks you get paid. So the convenience and of getting paid every 2 weeks is there, but when you go into the business, it's a different story. So I started doing my mobile practice when I was doing home care. It was just like on the side, so I had my main source of income being a regular clinician, and I was just doing it to supplement. And then I realized that I have to, slowly, that I have to start scaling it. Then I got involved in the prison community, wherein,
So you got involved in trouble, man.
yes, and let me tell you, all the healthcare that they need is actually in the correctional institution. So they have nursing, they have doctors, they have nurse practitioners, they have phlebotomists, everything that the services that can be availed outside, they all have that services, you know, in the institution, and including physical therapy. So that's how I got involved, and then later I told them if I could just contract or enter into a contract for the therapy services, and they agreed. So that's why, right now what I'm doing is a combination of doing my mobile practice and at the same time doing the contract in the corrections. And then me and my wife decided that we need to establish a brick and mortar practice, because our thinking is that you have to scale it. Don't be contented with just, okay, yeah, the mobile business is working, your contracts here with other institutions are working, but at the end of the day, you have to realize you're not getting younger, so you definitely have to work smarter, and at the same time you're still providing the best care that your community needs.
That's so true. I love what you said about we're not getting younger, which is true. And we see a lot of people, especially in our group, the Alternative Healthcare Career Group. And there's also another group that the Iris was moderating, is that, 50 years old and above therapist. And yes, we are not. And then as we get older in this business, we use our body. We use our hands for manual therapy. We lift legs. If you're working in a nursing home, you're lifting actual person,
Correct.
200, 300-pound body, rolling them, doing some bed mobility and stretching. And yes, that's true. We are not getting young, and then we are definitely not getting stronger. Well, of course, we need to be stronger, but we're not that strong like when I was like 20 in my 20s. I was just telling EO, hey man, I had to rest. I walked like a mile or two this morning. I had to come back and rest. And he was calling me, hey, are we going live or what? And I said, man, I'm just resting. My back is hurting. So we are not. And like what he said, this is very important. Well, like what he said, you have to work smart. As we get older, we need to prepare. If you fail to plan, you plan to, if you plan to fail, you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And we got to plan, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you're looking for an alternative career, doing remote job, or opening up your side hustle while you're working full time. That's what Leo did. I got fired, unfortunately, so my side hustle became my full time hustle. And we need to, you have to find that ways to, there's a reason why a lot of people, hey, how can I do my remote job? And this is what Leo's doing. He's working smart by doing all this contracting work. I'm sure this is what Leo does, what I do too. He does the evaluation, and he obviously send his PTs or PTAs to do the regular treatments too.
Right.
So Leo, now that you transitioned from, I know you still do the prison contracting. Now I see you just said, you told me, hey, I'm sweaty. I just painted my clinic. So you're painting everything. You're doing everything, right?
Correct. I mean, there are, when you're opening a business, and don't get me wrong, if you could do it yourself, do it. But then I also learned, because when I was starting this and watching all of you guys, and then talking to people that knows, how to set these things up, because I didn't know anything about setting these things up. It's definitely worth, talking to, someone who knows, or who been there or done that, like Mike, and next level OT, and all the other, that you can talk to get those information. I mean, the information that you get from these people is very valuable, but then you also got to understand, it's their time that you have to appreciate. So yes, if I would do it again, setting up my own practice, have consult with someone, because it will save you a lot of money. I mean, obviously, I'm one of those that started the practice that, oh yeah, I can do it on my own and the whole 9 years. But then looking back, it costed me more than now that, I'm involved with, all these people that I've met along the way, that like, oh, okay. And even if I know what I need to do, it's still better that you're talking to someone that knows what they did or what they've done, because that's going to be your inspiration. Because not all the time that you're going to be inspired to do these things, because you'll have days where you're like, oh, I should just go back to my regular work, because obviously, if you don't have patience or less patience, or your body's getting tired of seeing like 8, 9, 10 patients a day. Because if you're the practice owner, if they don't show up, people don't show up, then of course you got to take action and then do the work. So
Two things. I like what you said, Leo. Two things on that. What he was talking about. First, you got to work smart. Work smart by obviously starting your side hustle. If you want to do it yourself, obviously you can do it yourself. I
yep.
mean, I did it myself. Leo did it himself. But if you want to hire a consultant or a coach, you will go further and faster.
Mhm.
Just like any basketball player or football player, the reason why they're winning because they have a good coach, a good trainer who's pushing them to their next level. Also, like what he said earlier, so uh if worst case scenario that business or that side hustle fails, you always have a job or a license or a therapy job to fall back on. That's the beauty of our profession. As fit PTOT or speech, if this doesn't work, we can always go back to work for, hopefully not, right? Hopefully the business becomes successful enough that you can support yourself and your employees and your family and everything like that. And that's the reason why I really advocate, starting your side hustle, because we all have this opportunity anyways. So Leo, I know you're very busy. I know you're painting and finishing up stuff there. Any last parting wisdom for our friends in our alternative career?
Yes, if you're thinking about setting up your own practice or just doing this as a side hustle, absolutely, it's worth it. But number one, you got to take action. Secondly, you have to think positive. Take all that negativity, out. Keep in touch with people who are like-minded folks and positive thinkers, because that's what I did from the very very beginning. I mean, a lot of people will say, I'm not sure if that is a good idea, but then again, at the end of the day, you own the business, you're responsible for your action, and you're also responsible for the outcome. So yeah, just take that first step, and the rest will just fall through.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much, Leo. Appreciate you. Thank you again for your time and effort and for inspiring us. Again, thank you very much for those people who are watching.
Thanks, Mike.
Again, before I let you go, always remember the word fast, FAST. Yeah, find people that will bring out the best in you. And that's what Leo did. He found people who's going to bring out the best in him, right?
Mhm.
Action. All this stuff that we're doing is not going to do me good. It's not even going to do Leo or people in the alternative career next level OT or the Hell Note people, MedBridge people. If you don't take action by doing one day at a time, one step at a time. Take action by reaching out to Leo if you want to learn about prison contracting. I think someday we're going to be talking about more in that lecture about it. How to reach out to different prison systems or healthcare system, and we'll learn
Mhm.
from him. The next letter is letter F. Share and subscribe. The more shares, the better, right? So the
Yeah.
more shares and subscriptions, the better. And last but not least is letter T. You teach. Why? Because when you hear it, you forget. When you see it, you remember. But when you're actually teaching it, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you understand it. That's how you reach your next level. Again, thank you very much. Be awesome, be great, be excellent. And I'll see you around on the next episode of the Alternative Healthcare Career Show. Good night.
All
Bye-bye.
right.
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.